Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about Russia. Today we will talk about Russia's population, history, development, government, leaders, culture, education, GDP, current officers, war, and militaries. Russia is the longest country in the world. It is spread across both European and Asia. Russia's population is about 140 millions, right? The most populous country in Europe and the ninth most populous country in the world. Russia has a long and complex history. The roots of Russia come from a medieval state called Kievan Rus. In the year 988, Russia adopted Orthodox Christianity. Mongol invasions later weakened early Russian states. In 1547, Ivan the Terrible became the first Tsar of Russia. Peter the Great modernized Russia and expanded its power. Certain the Great turned Russia into a major empire. In 1917, the Russian Revolution changed the country forever. The machinery was overthrown. The Soviet Union, also known as the USSR, called create Vladimir Lenin led the early Soviet state. Joseph Stalin later ruled with strict control. Under Stalin, Russia industrialized rapidly. Millions of people also suffered during his rule. During World War II, Russia played a decisive role. The war is known in Russia as the Great Patriotic War. In 1991, the Soviet Union collapsed. Modern Russia was formed after this collapse. The country faced economic and political challenges in the 19s. Now, let's us talk about Russia's development. Russia's economy is heavily based on oil and natural gas. It is one of the world's largest energy producer. Mining, defense, and nuclear energy are also important industries in Russia. Russia's GDP. Now we will talk Russia's GDP. Russia's GDP is among the largest in the world. Energy export. Energy exports contribute a major share of its GDP. International sanctions have affected economic growth. Russia has a federal semi-presidential system of government. The president holds the most power in the country. The prime minister and parliament supports the government. Important historical leaders includes Ivan the Terrible, Peter the Great, and Catherine the Great. In the Soviet era, Lenin and Stalin were the most influential. Boris Yeltsin became the first president of modern Russia. Since 2000, Vladimir Putin has been the dominant leader of Russia. He has served as president and prime minister. Now we will see tourist place in Russia. Now, Russia's capital, Moscow. Moscow is the capital of Russia. Red Square and the Kremlin are its main attraction tourist place. St. Petersburg is Russia's culture capital. The Hermitage Museum, Hermitage Museum and the Winter Place are world famous. Lake Baikal is the deepest lake in the world. It is known for its crystal clear water. Now, Sochi is a popular Black Sea resort in Russia. It hosted the 2014 Winter Olympics. Also, Ivan shows a mix of Russian and Islamic culture. The Trans-Siberian Railways is the longest railway routes in the world. Russian culture is rich and deeply rooted in traditions. Russia is famous for literature, music, arts, and ballets. Writers like Leo Tolstoy and Fyodor Dostoevsky are world famous writers. The Russian Orthodox Church plays an important cultural role. Patriotism and national pride are strong in Russian society. Russia has a strong education system. The literacy rate is very high. There is a strong focus on science, mathematics, and Russia has produced many great scientists and engineers. Russia has a long history of war and conflict. It defends Napoleon's army in 1812. It, play, it played a major role in World War II, right? During, during the Cold War, Russia was the main rival, right, of the United States. In recent years, Russia has been involved in conflict in different regions, right? Main current officers of Russia, we will talk, right, about current officer of Russia. Now, president, right? Vladimir Putin, president of the Russia Federation and the most popular, most powerful political leaders in the country. He won the 2014 presidential election and began his current term in May 2024. Now, Prime Minister Mikhail Mishustin, head of the government, right? Responsible for the executive functions and running the Minister of Defense. Sergei Shoigu is a defense minister of Russia, right? Overseeing the Russian armed forces. Chief of the General Staff, right? Valery Gerasimov, the military officer and Chief of the General Staff of the Russian Armed Forces. Minister of Foreign Affairs. Sergei Lavrov, Russia's long service foreign minister, heading diplomacy and international relations. Deputy Chairman of the Security Council, right? Deputy Chairperson of the Security Council, Dmitry Medvedev, right? Senior figure and deputy leader of the powerful Security Council, right? Now, Secretary of the Presidential Executive Officer, Action Vivino, right? Vivino is a executive officer, right? Chief of Staff to the President, coordinating key government's work, right? Now you will say, my thinking, Vladimir Putin is also the Supreme Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, right? Those leaders shapes Russia's government, political and military policy, right? Russia has one of the most powerful militaries in the world. It possesses nuclear weapons. The army, navy and air force are highly developed. Russia invests heavily in missile, tank and cyber warfare. Military strong is a key part of Russia's global influence. Russia remains one of the most important countries in the world politics today, right? So this is all Russia's information, right? History. So now, if you found this story inspiring, right, please give me your blessings. World Political TV, right, wptv will provide you with information about all the world leaders. So stay connected with me. Thank you.